Welcome back to my channel. Today we will learn about the issue that's shaking the very core of the bold and the beautiful. With layers of emotion, family dynamics, devastating medical crises, and a surprising act of redemption, this storyline is pushing characters to their absolute limits. Steffi is facing life-altering challenges from all directions, losing control of her world, questioning relationships, and confronting her own mortality. What begins as a downward spiral may become the story of unexpected healing, forgiveness, and connection. Steffi Forrester, always the strong, proud, and assertive woman at the center of so many battles, now finds herself carrying the weight of too many collapsing walls. Her emotional world has been spiraling since she learned that Liam, her former husband and father of her daughter Kelly, is dying from late-stage cancer. Though no longer romantically involved, Liam has remained a significant part of her life. Watching him deteriorate each day has brought an unbearable emotional burden, especially as Kelly begins to ask painful questions no parent ever wants to answer. Steffi finds herself lying awake at night, tormented by the image of her daughter growing up without her father, and her own guilt over whether she could have done more to protect the family they once had. But Liam's condition is only one of many storms swirling around her. Adding to her emotional exhaustion is the looming presence of Luna, a young woman who has turned Steffi's world upside down. Luna has recently entered the lives of both Finn and Steffi, claiming to be Finn's biological daughter. This revelation alone has caused chaos in Steffi's marriage. While Finn is curious, cautious, and empathetic, Steffi has been filled with rage and suspicion. She has refused to believe Luna, adamant that there must be another explanation. In Steffi's eyes, Luna has brought nothing but instability. And now, with her husband increasingly pulled into Luna's orbit, Steffi feels as if everything she's built is unraveling right before her eyes. But just when things couldn't seem to get more complicated, Steffi's physical health begins to betray her. She grows more tired with each passing day, her energy sapped, her body unable to keep up. One afternoon, after nearly collapsing in her office, she is rushed to the hospital. Finn, now wearing both the hats of husband and physician, insists on running a full panel of tests. The results are devastating. Steffi is diagnosed with advanced kidney failure. The nephrologist explains that she will require a kidney transplant soon, urgently, or her condition will worsen rapidly. For Finn, the diagnosis is a crushing blow. As a doctor, he's delivered this kind of news before, but hearing it directed at his wife feels like a punch to the soul. The idea of losing Steffi terrifies him. The waiting list for a compatible kidney donor is long, and time is not on their side. Finn searches their family histories, hoping someone close might be a match, but initial testing yields no viable donors. Luna, aware of the situation through whispers in the hospital corridors and quiet tension in the air, makes a decision that stuns everyone. Without consulting Finn or Steffi, Luna undergoes testing and discovers that she is, in fact, a match. When she breaks the news to Finn, he is shocked. His initial reaction is firm, he refuses. He doesn't want Luna, still a stranger in many ways and already in the center of so much pain, to put herself at risk. But Luna is calm, determined, and resolute. She tells Finn that she doesn't want anything in return. She simply wants to help. If she truly is his daughter, then saving Steffi's life is the least she can do to prove she's not the enemy Steffi sees her as. After many sleepless nights, countless conversations with medical specialists, and his own internal war between professional ethics and personal desperation, Finn ultimately agrees to let Luna proceed. The surgery is scheduled immediately. On the morning of the transplant, Steffi is wheeled into the operating room still unaware of who her donor is. She is told only that a match has been found and that the surgery has an excellent chance of success. She tries to focus on gratitude and survival rather than the mystery surrounding her unknown donor. The surgery proceeds smoothly, with both Steffi and Luna in the hands of a highly skilled team. When Steffi wakes up, groggy but stable, Finn is there beside her. For a moment, it feels like everything is going to be okay. Finn waits until she is alert and strong enough to handle the news. Then, gently but clearly, he tells her the truth: Luna is the one who saved her life. The kidney came from Luna. The same girl Steffi had spent weeks trying to push away, the girl she had called a manipulator, a liar, and a danger, had made the ultimate sacrifice. At first, Steffi is speechless. Her mind tries to reconcile the magnitude of what Luna has done with the narrative she had built about her. Tears well up in her eyes as she realizes the depth of Luna's gesture. This wasn't some ploy for attention. It wasn't a stunt to win favor. It was a selfless, brave, and profoundly generous act. Over the next few days, as she recovers in her hospital bed, Steffi has a lot of time to reflect. She begins to reevaluate every word, every accusation, every bitter conversation she'd had with Luna. She thinks about how Luna must have felt, rejected, dismissed, called a liar, and yet still chose to save her life. It humbles her in a way that nothing else could. The ice around Steffi's heart begins to melt. Finally, when she's strong enough, Steffi requests to see Luna. Luna, still recovering herself, is wheeled into Steffi's room. The two women lock eyes, and for the first time, there is no tension, no anger, only silence filled with meaning. Steffi takes Luna's hand and thanks her, sincerely, without reservation. She acknowledges that she misjudged Luna, that she let her own fears and anger cloud her view. She apologizes for the way she treated her, and tells Luna that, thanks to her, she now has a second chance at life. Steffi then does something no one expected. She tells Luna that from now on, she is welcome to see Finn whenever she wants. If Luna truly is Finn's daughter, then it's time they are allowed to have a relationship without interference. Steffi admits that family isn't about blood alone, but about love, sacrifice, and trust, and Luna has proven herself in the most extraordinary way. Finn, overhearing their conversation from outside the room, is overcome with emotion. He steps inside and embraces both women, finally feeling a sense of peace in a world that has felt like it was falling apart. The bond between him and Steffi is stronger than ever, and now, for the first time, he feels that he might have a real chance to build something meaningful with Luna too. As the Forrester family begins to process the stunning events, Ridge and Taylor visit the hospital and are equally moved. Brooke, Hope, and even Thomas come to see Steffi, bringing their love and support. And when they learn the truth about Luna's gift, they are all stunned. The respect for Luna, once whispered in uncertain tones, is now spoken aloud and filled with gratitude. Steffi's recovery is slow but steady. As she regains her strength, she also regains something far more meaningful: clarity. The anger she once felt, the control she fought to maintain, and the bitterness she held toward Luna all begin to dissolve. A new chapter begins, not just in her life, but in her heart. And Luna, once the outsider, once the girl everyone doubted, now finds herself embraced by the very family that once rejected her. Her bond with Finn deepens, and although the road ahead is still uncertain, for the first time, she feels a true sense of belonging. Next, we will learn about the heart-wrenching and transformative events surrounding Liam Spencer's deteriorating health as rivalries fade and family bonds strengthen in the face of tragedy. In the bustling world of the bold and the beautiful, emotions are running high, and long-standing enmities are giving way to unexpected alliances. This dramatic turn of events centers around Liam Spencer, whose undisclosed terminal illness casts a heavy shadow over his loved ones, pulling them together in ways no one could have predicted. The once bitter feud between Hope Logan and Steffi Forrester has taken a poignant turn as they set aside their differences to support Liam during his darkest hour. Hope, whose love for Liam has always burned brightly beneath the surface, is consumed by a desperate need to find a way to save him, scouring every possible medical avenue for a glimmer of hope. Meanwhile, Steffi, despite her complicated history with both Liam and Hope, finds herself drawn into a raw, emotional conversation with Hope about the devastating impact Liam's potential passing could have on their young daughters, Beth and Kelly. The two women, often at odds over personal and professional matters, share a quiet moment in Steffi's elegantly decorated living room, where the weight of their shared concern creates a bridge over their past conflicts. Steffi, her voice trembling, implores Hope to keep the grim truth from Liam that he is running out of time, acknowledging her own guilt for having broken a sacred promise to Liam by revealing his condition to Hope in the first place. As they speak, their usual sharpness is replaced by vulnerability, culminating in a tearful embrace that speaks volumes about the depth of their newfound unity. It's a rare and touching scene, one that showcases the power of shared grief to heal old wounds, as they cling to each other, not just as co-parents but as women who understand the fragility of life. Elsewhere, Liam, unaware that his secret is no longer fully his own, seeks solace in a deeply moving conversation with his father, Dollar Bill Spencer, at the sprawling Spencer estate. Under the golden glow of the late afternoon sun filtering through the grand windows, Liam opens his heart, showering Bill with compliments about the strength and determination that have defined his father's life. It's a moment of tenderness that catches Bill off guard, especially given their tumultuous history. Bill, often a man of steel and sharp edges, softens as he reflects on the harsh words exchanged during their last heated argument over business decisions at Spencer Publications. With a lump in his throat, Bill expresses genuine remorse, his usually commanding tone replaced by a rare humility as he admits his faults. Seizing the moment, he passionately urges Liam to return to the family business, painting a vivid picture of a future where Liam could helm new initiatives and bring fresh innovation to the media empire. The irony, of course, is a bitter pill for viewers to swallow, as we know Liam's future hangs by the thinnest of threads unless a medical miracle emerges from the shadows. As their conversation reaches its emotional peak, Liam, his eyes glistening with unshed tears, tells Bill how profoundly grateful he is to have had him as a father, a statement that moves Bill to tears, though Liam holds back from revealing the full extent of his health crisis, leaving his father in bittersweet ignorance for now. Amidst this family drama, an unexpected interruption comes in the form of Sheila Carter, whose presence at the Spencer estate adds a layer of tension to the already charged atmosphere. Sheila, with her characteristic audacity, interjects to express her gratitude to Bill for securing a prison pardon for Luna Nozawa, a controversial figure in their circles. Liam, ever candid, doesn't shy away from voicing his disapproval, subtly criticizing Sheila for her involvement with someone he considers reckless and unstable like Luna. Bill, sensing the brewing conflict, gently explains to Liam that his decision to help Luna stemmed from complex reasons he doesn't expect his son to fully grasp. Liam, however, is visibly distracted, his mind preoccupied with far weightier matters than Luna's saga. Brushing off the topic, he receives a text from Hope, prompting a hasty farewell to Bill as he heads out to meet her, a mix of anticipation and dread etched across his face. When Liam arrives at Hope's cozy, memory-filled home, the air is thick with unspoken truths. Hope struggles valiantly to mask her awareness of Liam's dire prognosis, her heart aching as she watches him interact with their surroundings, every corner a reminder of their shared history. Their conversation turns tender as they reflect on the boundless love their daughters have for Liam, each word laced with an undercurrent of impending loss. Unable to contain her emotions, Hope breaks down, her voice cracking as she apologizes for ever taking Liam, their profound love, and their once happy marriage for granted. They envelop each other in a desperate hug, tears streaming down their faces, though each tries to shield the other from seeing their pain. It's a beautifully tragic moment, underscored by the soft hum of a distant lullaby playing from Beth's room, a haunting reminder of the family they'd built and the uncertain future ahead. Meanwhile, tension erupts elsewhere as Finn, Steffi's husband, finds himself confronted by an uninvited guest in his own home. Luna Nozawa brazenly walks into Finn and Steffi's modern, seaside residence, her presence an immediate affront to Finn, who has made it clear he wants no part of her chaotic influence. His frustration boils over as he sternly orders her to leave and never return, his tone leaving no room for negotiation. Luna, undeterred, attempts to manipulate the situation, claiming that it's only Steffi's interference that keeps them apart, her words dripping with calculated desperation. The confrontation escalates when Steffi herself returns, stepping through the door to find Luna standing defiantly in her living room. Steffi's reaction is nothing short of explosive, her protective instincts flaring as she demands to know why Luna dares to intrude on their private space. The room crackles with hostility, a stark contrast to the tender moments unfolding elsewhere, reminding us that even in times of personal tragedy, old grudges and new battles continue to shape the lives of those in the bold and the beautiful universe. Next, we will learn about the gripping and emotional journey of Liam Spencer as he faces a life-altering diagnosis on the bold and the beautiful, with a surprising twist of hope emerging from an unexpected corner. In the dramatic and often unpredictable world of this beloved soap opera, Liam finds himself staring down a bleak future due to an inoperable brain tumor, a diagnosis that has shattered his world and left his loved ones reeling. Yet, amidst the despair, a glimmer of possibility looms on the horizon, tied to one of the show's most controversial figures. Let's dive deep into this unfolding saga of tragedy, redemption, and the faint promise of a miracle. Liam Spencer, a central figure in the intricate tapestry of Los Angeles' elite families, is grappling with the harsh reality of his mortality. The diagnosis of an aggressive, inoperable brain tumor has cast a dark shadow over his life, transforming his once vibrant days into a somber countdown. In the quiet moments at his modern loft apartment, overlooking the city skyline, Liam can often be found gazing out the window, lost in thought about the legacy he'll leave behind for his daughters, Beth and Kelly. The weight of impending goodbyes presses heavily on him, as he meticulously prepares letters and recordings for his children, hoping to impart every piece of wisdom and love he can before time runs out. Despite the grim prognosis, Liam clings to a fragile thread of hope, bolstered by Steffi Forrester's unwavering optimism. Together, they've scoured medical journals and consulted top specialists across the country, their late-night discussions filled with desperate determination under the soft glow of a desk lamp. Yet, so far, every lead has turned into a dead end, leaving them with nothing but the cold truth that no surgical intervention or conventional treatment can halt the tumor's progression. At the same time, Finn, Steffi's devoted husband and a skilled physician, has thrown himself into a relentless quest to save Liam, driven by both professional duty and personal connection. In the sterile, brightly lit corridors of the hospital, Finn spends hours poring over medical charts and reaching out to international colleagues for any experimental trials or cutting-edge therapies that might offer a lifeline. His frustration is palpable as each potential solution slips through his fingers, his furrowed brow a constant fixture as he delivers update after update to Steffi, each one more disheartening than the last. Surgery remains off the table due to the tumor's precarious location, and alternative treatments have proven futile, leaving Finn to wrestle with a rare sense of helplessness. Despite his expertise, he's forced to confront the limits of medicine, a bitter pill to swallow for someone so accustomed to saving lives. Meanwhile, Liam, sensing Finn's struggle, offers quiet words of gratitude during their brief encounters, a poignant acknowledgement of the effort, even as he mentally braces for the worst-case scenario. However, in true Bold and the Beautiful fashion, where twists and turns are the lifeblood of the narrative, a miracle for Liam may be just around the corner, emerging from the most unlikely of sources. A fascinating fan theory circulating on Reddit has ignited fervent discussions among viewers, positing that Luna Nozawa, currently the show's most notorious villain, could be the key to Liam's survival. One enthusiastic fan speculated, "Imagine Luna stepping up as the donor for a groundbreaking treatment that saves Liam's life. Think of the ripple effects on Steffi, Finn, Bill, and everyone else." This idea has sparked excitement, with another viewer chiming in, "That twist would be incredible, I'd be glued to the screen." While some fans puzzled over the logistics, questioning how Luna could help with a brain tumor since you can't donate brain parts, others suggested possibilities like O-negative blood or bone marrow donation, which could play a role in an innovative medical procedure. The concept of Luna as Liam's savior is a narrative goldmine, ripe with dramatic potential. Picture the scene: Luna, in a sterile hospital room, nervously awaiting the outcome of tests to confirm her compatibility, her usually defiant demeanor replaced by a flicker of genuine remorse as she contemplates the weight of saving a life. Luna's current status as a pariah in the B&B universe, reviled for her past misdeeds and cold-hearted actions, makes this potential redemption arc all the more compelling. She's been on a turbulent journey to prove she deserves a second chance, facing ostracism at every turn, from hushed whispers at Forrester Creations to outright rejection at social gatherings. Her desperation to rewrite her story is evident in her every interaction, whether it's the pleading look she casts at those who once trusted her or the late-night conversations with a reluctant confidant about wanting to atone. What better way to shift public perception than by becoming the instrument of Liam's miracle? If Luna were to offer a life-saving donation, it could dramatically alter her relationships with key figures. Bill Spencer, who has a complicated history with Luna but recently showed her a sliver of mercy, might find himself re-evaluating her entirely, perhaps even welcoming her into the Spencer fold with newfound respect. Young Will Spencer, often caught in the crossfire of family dramas, could see Luna as a hero rather than a villain, a shift that would warm hearts across the audience.